tena kwanga too busy, lakini wewe ukinicall I will make time for you. On your case umenigeuza lawyer, hadi nakustalk na ninakusorora. Niko solo, so baby pull up on me, leo. It's just me and you. Eso casa, whatever you want, baby, utapata. Niatini tobere, let me be your lover. Abegonya mulima, niguze hapa. Naonanga nyota, looking at you. And your bum bum is making me kukuruku. So many things to do, I know that you're falling, I'm falling too.
Bodies need love, bodies need love. My body needs,
your
bodies need love, bodies need love. My body needs, bodies need love, bodies need love. My body needs, bodies need love, bodies need love. My body needs you.
Bodies need love too.
Yeah.
Big beats.
When you drop it down low on the floor, yeah, that's what you prefer. Put your money where your mouth on there, yeah, that's what me prefer. Set it, pick up, set it, pick up. When me set it, you have it, pick up. So when me set it, you have it, pick up. Sima, who got the keys to me bima? Kisikia Kim Jong Call to na Juan Kuririma. Female Benzima, Galdem na go ina. The production tunaifanyia backseat ya Kaldina. Bad girl Didi, bad girl Kariri. Nipate excuse de nikiwa Wombortiris. Rosa Nyoro, fika fiti. Siku zombo tote tunawashombor.
Man, me a look where you there. Your girlfriend know me better than them. Man, me a look where you there. Me cause problems everywhere, me a got step.
When me drop it down low on the floor, yeah, that's what you prefer. Put your money where your mouth on there, yeah, that's what me prefer. Set it, pick up, set it, pick up. When me set it, you have it, pick up. So when me set it, you have it, pick up.
Nige ni chape ni setie ni shande goja mapikin baka lale anguka nayo twende down niche down kwa carpet. Bad girl kariri anafanya na come esa only fun mindo recording hizo videsa dema uru lakini ni peng makutesa Don Julio ananyonyanga bila chesa namba 1 mini mzinga na ningam nikikama tupotezi idha ati namba 1 mini mzinga na ningam nikikama tupotezi idha.
When me drop it down low on the floor, yeah, that's what you prefer. Put your money where your mouth on there, yeah, that's what me prefer. Set it, pick up, set it, pick up. When me set it, you have it, pick up. So when me set it, you have it, pick up. When me drop it down low on the floor, yeah, that's what you prefer. Put your money where your mouth on there, yeah, that's what me prefer. Set it, pick up, set it, pick up.
And it's a good morning here at Icon Radio, and welcome to the Breakfast Jam Wellness Wednesdays. I'll be your host today, Mike Osumo, and I'm about to give you the news roundups of what has been happening through this week. It has been a serious week on the sides of politics, I might say. And on to the headlines. Western Kenyan politics. Everybody now's eyes is on Western. Kila mtu anaangalia huko. There's a lot of things happening right now in Western. In Bungoma, we saw at Kiminini, Edwin Sifuna was there with the Linda Mwananchi group, and it's crazy. You guys have to look at it. Now, almost every paper actually is covering the story. The Star was talking about Ruto woos Teso's voters. Sifuna rocks Bungoma base. Sifuna is making a lot of traction, I'm telling you. Since he has been starting the Linda Mwananchi motion, Sifuna is getting a lot of numbers. The Standard is talking about the grand welcome. Edwin Sifuna's Linda Mwananchi tour through Western. Daily Nation, battle for Western. ODM versus Ruto scramble for the 2.92 million vote block. Now, ODM is going to have a serious trouble when we are going to 2027 because I was watching Edwin Sifuna in Kiminini, and you can't imagine. Edwin Sifuna was telling people that they should somehow boycott ODM. And I don't know if he's going to make Linda Mwananchi a party before time comes, because you see now 2027 is around the corner. We'll see what he does. It's an interesting times we are seeing. And Taifa Leo, Kivumbi Mulembe. You see, everybody is talking about Western. So Western is the 2027 battleground, if you are not aware right now. Let me fill you in. We have Sifuna. We have also Natembeya. Natembeya in Trans Nzoia, when he started out, Natembeya was more of pulling a lot of crowds, and people were like, hey, are the Kingman's being changed? Is the kingship rather being changed? Because people were used to Musalia Mudavadi and Weta. And now Weta and Musalia, I think they are comfortable. They're comfortable wherever they are. Weta being the speaker, Mudavadi having a prime minister CS position. He's really reluctant, you see. And now Mulembe Nation was idle, I might say, because now you see also Atwoli coming into the picture the other day, and he was talking to Sifuna, telling him that I think you should come, I give you money. And Atwoli is that one guy with the purple shirt. If you don't know Atwoli has worn that shirt for a while now. But now that's not the point. Atwoli has been in the game since I was born. I know even some of my parents or other people. Atwoli has been there, if you don't know Atwoli. So Atwoli was talking to Sifuna, and he was referring to him, telling him that Atwoli, I think you should come, I give you some money. And people at that time were saying that Uhuru is the one who is supporting the Linda Mwananchi movement, and that Sifuna might be the project that is going to stand for Uhuru. But critics have it that Sifuna actually might be going on the wrong direction. Other people are saying that Sifuna is on the right direction. But all news right now is heading to Mulembe Nation. Mwanawe Fue, everybody is there. So lawyers right now are really people. You know, most of the time, we find news going to sides of Murima and Nyanza. At that time when Baba was there, you remember? And most of the politics was being played between Nyanza and Mulima. But now this time, Mulembe is going to have a seat at the table. And it's not a small seat. That's for sure. Okay. Now, polls on 27 early campaigns. This one is according to online surveys. Tifa survey featured in the Weekend Star and People's Daily Weekend. Ruto has a 24% chance, while Sifuna has a 15%, while Matiang'i has a 14% chance, Kalonzo has a 13%, and Gachagua has a 7%. Now, these polls, all of them, they are giving different motions. Everybody is giving their attractions. And now, according to online, Sifuna is getting a lot of traction. I'm actually differing with these numbers. I don't know what method they used. But even online polls on social platforms like Instagram, X, Sifuna is leading on the polls. So these polls that are being used by the newspapers, I'm not sure where they are getting the statistics. Okay, now you see Kalonzo is at 13% and Gachagua is at 7%. Matiang'i is number 3 at 14%. Matiang'i was in Utawala the other day and he was talking about becoming a technocrat. You know, now when he says he's a technocrat, he anajisongesha from the politician sides, and now hapo ni kama anataka kusema hata kwa hizo race. Somehow that's what he's trying to communicate, because you see when he says he's a technocrat, he's talking about getting positions. We are talking about CS, maybe a minister, something like that. That's what I think he said he meant. Now Western's 2.92 million registered voters. Now that makes it the third largest block after, of course, Mount Kenya and Nairobi. This is going to be a serious turnout if those people come together, and it's going to be crazy to have a united opposition against one man Ruto. So those are the headlines of today. Stay tuned. I'll be right back after the break, and we'll be talking about the trending topics. Remember, this is Icon Radio. Tune in on our YouTube channel. We are live on YouTube. Subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you in a moment.
Miukwanga beast, muzo za west na bado muzo za east. Wanazibabora, wanazitoka, bada ya ofisi, bada ya mboka. Wako magwede, wako mogoka, line busy, pigia soja. Wanatupa bra, wengine wanatupa ngoda. Mtoto wa priest, Golgotha. Why. Zimelipuka ka transformer, na siyo kopya takuchama. Why? Zimelipuka ka transformer, na siyo kopya takuchama. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia di control. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia rao, cheki wa super no how. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia di control. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia rao, cheki wa super no how. Akina shino juku ni wapi, nimezungukwa na masamba bani, dashi meja na mastakabadi. Mesidna kwanga mbugia, kupiga makali, foundation lazima kupiga biriani. Na taxi nimeja, kijabulani, tuko best kiuliza uhali gani. Ayeye, ati a long lilo, a tranquilo, madongo dongo, pia matindo, a baby girl, give me some, adwa bilo. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia di control. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia rao, cheki wa super no how. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia di control.
Yes sir,
nasikia rao,
alright,
nasikia rao,
yeah man,
nasikia rao, cheki wa super no how. Whoa. See the girl them move and shake it. Whoa. Fight me through, we cannot fake it. Kila mtu na mastingo deadly. Leo mpaka nimechoma pedi. Generosity, sitaseki. Usivute hiyo kitu hapa kani feki. Mama reglance, nimezicheki. Nibaye jezi, nikupe mechi. Anti, mali safi. Ametoka kisi, gaki. Ni mrebelias, maji. Kula tatu, niko kadi. Patelo na di, niko happy. Na mama wa mi, over 30. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia di control. Nasikia rao, nasikia rao, nasikia friends, to be honest. I just wanna be with you and I know vex. I just wanna be with you and I know best. I just wanna be with you, yeah. You elevate, and when we did together we marinate. And everything you say I resonate. And when I day inside you, you lulette. I li on fire, too easy. I'm feeling you, I'm loving you. You make it too easy. I'm touching you and I'm rubbing you. You make it too easy. You make it too easy. You make it too easy. Oh baby, you got the body, make me lose my mind. You're like nobody I know. Oh baby, you got the body, every tantalizer. Baby, you energize up. Anything you want, baby, girl, you know I can't deny you. Anywhere you go, I'll go. When I'm feeling low, you're the only one who give me high up. How you do me, I don't know. You elevate, and when we did together, we marinate. And everything you say, I resonate. And when I day inside you, you lulette. I li on fire, too easy. I'm feeling you, I'm loving you. You make it too easy. I'm touching you, and I'm rubbing you. You make it too easy. You make it too easy. You make it too easy.
And good morning and welcome back to the Breakfast Jam Wellness Wednesday. I'm your boy Mike Osumo and I'm here with Ronny Choge. Ronny has been on the road. Ronny, kwani ulishikwa na majambazi ama ulipatikana na magoons?
Mike, good morning, Mike.
I'm good. Wagwan?
Is this mic on?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Hey, so me, I'm good.
Yes. What's been happening in your world, bro? Kukwai dimension.
All I can say is the Mosamit road.
Oh, you got caught up in the traffic there. Okay, now before you popped in,
Yeah.
we were talking about what has been happening currently in Kenya, and most of the part is Mulembe Nation because everybody's talking about Mulembe Nation, and I was wondering, is Sifuna going to be part of the topics during this whole week and whole month? Because everybody's talking about Sifuna. If not Sifuna, everybody's talking about Kindiki.
I don't know. Is this mic on really? Is it on? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's on.
1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Anyway, as you said,
Yeah.
I think we can just tell your mic.
I'm getting a wrong signal here.
Sorry for that.
Check, talk now.
1, 2. I don't know. 1, 2.
Okay. Let's go for a break. We solve the technical issue. We'll be right back. Check.
1, 2. Na hii yenye ni adini hii aina ni DJ.
Awali Kanairo hakuna amani. Hakuchi on fire, can't deny. Miguu zake unzunguka kama taya. Akibend over, ni game over. Ngana sasi mpaka naitisha sasa. Na kulishwe matamu ya roho. Na ogeshwe ngoza mbichi na valishwe. Kidogo tu ninyonyeshwe. Dredi zangu zisokotwe. Shingo ni masajiwe. Nasanifiwa, naroliwa, kisha navutishwa. Moshi pia napuliziwa. Navutishwa. Naishi kama paka nalishwa. Navutishwa. Haya mapenzi sijalipishwa. Navutishwa mama.
Navutishwa mama, kuamka kung'ara na kukaa tu, kula mahaba ya kistaarabu na tabasamu bila sababu, kitandani na
1, 2.
kuzwa adabu, kulala kulaliana na kulaliwa, maisha ya ghorofa, nikitoka kitandani naruka kwa sofa, wifi imelipiwa nadekezwa upara na papaswa nabembelezwa natulizwa uso nakaliwa nasanifiwa naroliwa kisha navutishwa mama navutishwa navutishwa
Moshi pia napuliziwa. ilifanyika, tenje ilizimika, after zianze kushika kwa basha kimataifa. Haram siezi kula poko, niko kwa bashi meja mangoko. Tatu mbao tuko kwa soko, na tumenyanya taki nyoko nyoko. Halal sembe na arosto, napenda bashi meja mangoko. Tatu mbao tuko kwa soko, na tumenyanya taki nyoko nyoko. Tunachana kwethe, tukisikiza rumba. Debe ni debe, bora inachuna. Tunachana kwethe, tukisikiza rumba. Debe ni debe, bora inachuna. Tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho. Hatujatosheka na disco. Tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho. Hatujatosheka na disco. Iendo sana mama yo.
Kwa majina ni yani kwa mbota ni saa 9 na zangu zimeshika, kilele nimefika, na sioni leo nyumbani nikifika. 14 bora, 14 supu, 14 supu. Kuna warembo huku ndani wananiteka na view, na enjoy the view. Fatuma, napenda vitu umebeba nyuma. Oh my woman, unanimada bila huruma. Oh, tunachana kwethe, tukisikiza reggae. Dobani genje, cheza itubete. Kutoka bukla tunaingia ma3, kazi meshika tumevuta matrix. Nadhani hata nilipoteza keys, na tukizima kigonyi usisahau.
Tushukishe stage ya mwisho,
Mama yo,
tushukishe stage ya mwisho,
What?
tushukishe stage ya mwisho. Hatujatosheka na disco. Tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho. Hatujatosheka na disco. Iendo sana mama yo. Oh la la la. Pala. Shikamo, marahaba. Nimevutiwa tenje so siwezi kata. Napiga topa nacheza na idha, ni masaa ya kuzitoka nikoko na kicha. Tilili lang lang onyach na gita, inashika mabudeng na nashika mamgala. Mi niko na talanta na siogopi kujigamba. Kiburi ni ya mjaka, mufanya anxiety kwe anxious. Tunachana kwethe, tukisikiza rumba. Debe ni debe, bora inachuna. Tunachana kwethe, tukisikiza rumba. Debe ni debe, bora inachuna. Tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho. Hatujatosheka na disco. Tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho. Hatujatosheka na disco. Iendo sana mama yo.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Breakfast Jam. I'm your host today, Osumo, and this is Wellness Wednesdays. And today we are talking about the wellness, physical wellness, mental health, and all of them put together. So in studio today with me is Ronny Choge. Ronny Choge, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man.
Nobody can. Acha tuzime basi. Haya, hiyo ni namba? Chuk. Chuk. 1 2 1 2 mic test 1 2. And we are back. Welcome back to the Breakfast Jam, and I'm here with Ronny Choge on Icon Radio. And tumekuwa na technical hitch, but we are back. There was a small technical hitch. Ronny, Wagwan, how are you doing today?
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Technical hitches, but by God's grace, we move past them.
Now, before you came in, Ronny, we were talking about the Mulembe Nation and the way Sifuna is making rounds with his rally, Linda Mwananchi rally.
Right.
He is getting and gaining rather quite a lot of numbers. So there's a lot of questions running. When will Sifuna publicly declare he's going to be the president, or he's going to vie for a presidential seat rather?
You know, Mike, okay, first of all, to our very distinguished viewers, greetings this morning. What I can say, and thanks by the way for having me, Mike. Let me say, with Sifuna, if we had what happened, if what he said yesterday, the explainer is anything to go by, he said for him, his top agenda is getting Ruto out of the Capitol Hill.
Yes.
And whatever the means will be justified towards the end. So he hasn't declared, yes, but he's saying that's the mission. Whoever's working to get Ruto out of State House is automatically Sifuna's friend. Yeah. Now, we don't know if that means they'll be working together, whether they'll coalesce, whether they'll, substitute each other for deputy and for presidency.
Yeah.
But, coming from you, a Gen Z, to me, a Gen Z, I feel like it is long overdue. I don't want him to go for anything less.
Yes.
He should go for the top seat, because Mike, for the first time in Kenya's history, we are having a different political conversation. A new kid in the block comes in and ruffles the feathers.
Yes.
Particularly a Gen Z. The ideals Sifuna stands for, those are what the Gen Zs were campaigning against during the maandamanos.
Yeah.
And I'd really love for him to go for the top seat. It would be defeatist for him to come out with those ideals as he explained in the explainer, social justice, democracy, all that. And then he goes on to subordinate some of the political cronies that have enabled those systems zenye zinatuleta hizo ma issues. Yeah, man.
Now, Sifuna was in Kiminini in Bungoma, and he pulled a mad crowd, I'm telling you. We saw a lot of numbers. There was a very huge turnout. And now these are new scenes we are seeing in the political scene, because now, unlike the way you see other politicians do their campaigns and rallies, they bring money together and they go for campaigns and they lend the money to the people who are around. But in this one, it was quite a different one. So people were giving money to Sifuna Bana. Everybody was contributing their 10 bob, their 15 odd shillings. And it was lovely seeing this happen live on television, because right now, Kenya, at where we are with technology, it's instant.
Right.
Anything that is happening goes online instantly.
Right.
And now, also President Ruto was in Bungoma, and now critics are saying that he came with buses. People are saying that he came with his supporters. And now, in Sifuna's rally, there were no buses seen there. It was full of people, and there was very huge crowds. Unlike the presidents, people are saying there were school buses. So, Rony, do you think the president is still playing the perception game of bringing crowds to and mobilizing them to listen to him?
Well, one thing is for sure, for the president to have been at the same place where Sifuna was going to be, speaks to the notion that maybe they are all getting jitters and seeing that indeed this guy is moving ground, and now they have to act. Because we've seen he's been hosting delegations at State House, but now he has had to go to the village, which sends the message that maybe they feel that what the movement Sifuna has initiated is really one that is a serious one, and he needs to act. But it's interesting, Mike, that you mentioned how while other politicians, particularly in just the recent few weeks, like we saw in Olkalau, are dishing out money, words of money, Sifuna is, on the other hand, getting it from well-wishers, genuine, noble citizens, who actually he credited yesterday at the show, saying, he feels for them, given the tough economic times, they'll still go out of their way to give that 50 shilling, that 10 shilling coin, which speaks a lot to a people that are trusting in him. For people to give you money at this economic times.
Imagine.
Yeah. And I feel that there's a saying, Vox Populi Vox Dei, the voice of the people is the voice of God.
Yeah.
I'd really wish, I don't know, it's interesting. Kenya in the political scene, things could happen overnight. So I'm curious to see how this pans out. But also, to answer your question, I feel like Sifuna in Mulembe has been, it's like a homecoming of our son. The son they sent out to the city to hunt and gather, and he's back home and is being received in massive success. And then to notice now how even the president is feeling, I won't say threatened, but at least there's some anxiety portrayed or exuded from what we've seen recently. And how you said Sifuna is there with common mwananchis pulling up, and this is not just in Bungoma. We've seen since he started the Linda Mwananchi rallies at Moy's Bridge, at Kitale, Kiminini. It's I don't know what happens to all the Luya principles we've known now that Sifuna is on the scene, because it's like, none of you ever managed to pull this number.
It's bringing questions, isn't it?
It's raising a lot of questions. But me, as a Gen Z, I like it, because Gen Zs, we are feather rufflers. We don't want to conform to the normative way of doing things. And I like that Sifuna's way of doing politics doesn't subscribe to the traditional models. It's
Okay.
in public domain that even while at ODM,
Yeah.
he would at times brave crowds, and maybe even at times speak contrary to what Baba believed in or what Baba had stood for at that point. Let's say during the handshake, for instance, Sifuna has said, he has made it expressly clear that he wasn't for that idea,
Yeah.
which is now how Gen Zs we are, and I'd love for him to hold it on to that to the end that way, so that at least we can have this new crop of politicians arising, not just the same old.
If you are tuning in right now on the Breakfast Jam on Icon Radio, we are discussing on the trending topics. That's the Mulembe Nation. It's been a trending topic that everyone is talking about.
Right.
Mulembe Nation is seeing change in kingships, people might say. And they are in the process of finding out the kingpin. As they say, Gashagwa, they call him the kingpin of Mount Kenya. And right now, Mulembe Nation is actually on crossroads because Musalia Mudavadi is still in government. We have Moses Wetangula, who is also the speaker. And people are wondering, who is the kingpin? Who might be the one that Mulembe Nation listens to the most? Because Ronny, before you came in, we were talking about Natembea. Natembea had also in Trans Nzoia County. There was a time he was pulling serious crowds on his Tawe movement, and now we see him joining hands together with Edwin Sifuna, and together they are on the Linda Mwananchi movement, which is creating a lot of motion right now in the political scene. Edwin Sifuna is trending #1 right now on the Explainer. That's on X. Yesterday, Edwin Sifuna was on the Explainer with Yvonne Okwara, and they were discussing a lot of substantial things. You guys might want to hear some of them. And part of the question Sifuna was asked is whether he's going to publicly announce his presidential candidature.
Right.
Okay. And now Sifuna said that sarcastically he cannot announce his public endorsement or anything on a TV night show, that he will do it during daytime.
In broad
And
daylight.
you remember, Ronny, there was a time we were talking about Sifuna and him leveraging the Gen Z votes and trying to get a head start on the game.
Right.
Because right now he already has numbers, but he has not yet declared his position. Ronny, you have to remember that Sifuna is also on ODM, and he's still a party member. Even though he's ousted as the SG, he's still a party member of the ODM.
Right.
And questions are being raised that is Sifuna going to make Linda Mwananchi a party, or he's still going to be in ODM? I was reading polls, Ronny, before you came in, and the polls that were suggesting Ruto has 24% at #1.
That's Tifa?
Yeah, that's Tifa survey.
Okay.
And Sifuna has 15% at #2. Matiang'i has 14% at #3, and Kalonzo at #4 with 13%, and Gachagua is the bottom with 7%. Okay. So Matiang'i is in Jubilee Party right now,
Right.
and whatever is going in the political arena is one you need to take keen of. You remember Deputy Kithure Kindiki?
Abraham.
Yes, Kindiki was one of the happiest man when Rigiji was ousted, and as the Waswahili said, ukiona cha mwenzio chanyolewa, tia chako maji.
Right.
Yes. Now Kithure Kindiki is experiencing what I might call terror. He's not believing whatever he's seeing right now. He was once the new... Okay, I didn't want to say that word. He was the new kid in town, let me say. He was the new kid in town.
Right.
And right now, there's a new kid in the block.
Right.
And
A newer kid.
yes, and Kindiki right now is somehow ousted. So Kindiki has been seen online. His videos are making several rounds. He's trying to defend his positions that has been stripped of him. And people are wondering, is Kindiki going to be left off during the 2027 elections as the deputy president? And we had Junet in the ODM rally they were talking about Oparanya.
Oparanya.
Oparanya becoming the deputy president.
I heard that.
What I saw on this strategic move is that Oparanya is from the Luya land,
Right.
you see? And everybody since now is talking about Mulembe Nation. The one who is strategizing behind the UDA and the ODM broad-based government is trying to leverage
Or to balance that
and
vote.
see will we divide these votes of the Mulembe Nation if we put Oparanya in the picture.
Makes sense.
I know this has made Kindiki tremble. Kindiki
Makes
is
sense.
really
Makes
wondering
sense.
what's going on. What do you think about it, Ronny?
What I can say is, right now in the political space,
Yeah.
both those in government and those in the alternate government, people are seeing things they have never seen before. Because, you know, for the first time, I feel even it's little to do with who has who'll go for the presidency,
Yeah.
but more to do with who will. Right now, the meat that is being hung at the butchery is that of the deputy president spot.
Sure.
Because now you can see, for those in government, the ODM faction that inclined towards government, they are vouching for the DP seat, and they are vouching for it. They are baying with their blood for it because they are baying blood for it. What happened is, since it's already now perceived that Rigathi has the mountain on lock, and Ruto still continues to hold on to Kindiki, who was an ideal substitute for Rigathi because he's also from the mountain. Guys are opining that why are you keeping a mountain deputy when you are guaranteed the mountain has gone away from, the rug has been pulled off your feet.
Yeah.
If we are talking about Nyanza, since now the Luo Nyanza western part has now joined in, these are the people that Ruto should be endearing himself towards, because those ones have already made it expressly clear we will stand with you. But now, as you've mentioned, I hadn't actually quite thought of it that way, Mike, that Oparanya is being fronted because of the Luya factor. In my mind, there's a time before that Oparanya had vouched for the deputy president while Rao was still alive. He'd also at one point he'd hinted that he might also go for the presidency. He is a senior ODM fellow, so I thought maybe it's because of that. But now, because of the lawyer question, it's very interesting. I'm not sure whether Oparanya would be an equally competitive contender for Sifuna, because for Sifuna, the dynamics around him are, one, the Gen Z factor. Many youth resonate with what he's selling out there.
Yeah.
And by and large, for the Luya Mulembe Nation as a unit, have remained divided for a very long time between, the Bukusus, and that's why you see, while they are the second most populous ethnic group, they are always the ones that are mostly divided, in the sense that they haven't ever. How would it be that Kalenjins, who are always third in terms of number, have made it to the presidency, and yet the Luyas, who are second, haven't ever? You see, because that's a serious question. Because if you are Mutahi Ngunyi talks of the tyranny of numbers.
Okay.
If that's anything to go by now we should have had a president from Lembe Nation.
Sure.
So I don't know how it pans out, because you see, if they are saying Oparanya for deputy president, is that to say that they are suggesting that Sifuna is also going to be a subject to one of the other principles? I don't know. It's very interesting. But as I said again, these are very interesting times that lie ahead, because now, even for the government, I imagine right now you wouldn't want to be in Ruto's shoes, because
it's
seeing how
crazy.
things are panning out, who do I pick? Who do I go with? Because he realizes that right now, the numbers that these guys are mobilizing, Sifuna at the Mlembe Nation, Rigathi at the mountain, and these are the two most populous communities in the country.
True.
Like, really, if these two became a formidable unit, and actually they are a formidable unit, if they came up and held their grounds on lock, it would almost be a given that they'll make it to the office at the Hill. Yeah.
That's also an angle to look at it from. And now you see President Ruto is talking about he hasn't yet started his campaigns.
Right.
He was saying that he's not yet begun anything. And if he does, it will be a he'll leave them by a milestone.
Anasema ni
Since he
fundi wa
calls
siasa.
himself fundi wa siasa. Now, and it's true. It's true because since the guy has never lost any elections since he started his political career. And it's going to be quite a show. It will be very ignorant of Sifuna to take his opponent as a lightweight. Yeah, this is a serious political king. And now, Ronny, I was to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
If you want to become a president, you have to bring your manifesto, and then these are the things you're going to say in your campaign, isn't it?
Right.
And for people to have a thought on you, they need to listen to your manifesto and see if they resonate with your manifestos, isn't it?
Right.
Now, President Ruto has served for 5 years, his term already, and he still wants to campaign
for his second term.
Make it make sense. He wants to campaign, and he already had a chance for him to campaign. Then he was elected. Don't you think for the next elections he should be voted in because of his transcript? He's not a person to go for the campaigns and do manifestos. He already gave us the manifestos. Yeah, right now I think he should be going to campaign with a transcript.
You know, being the democratic country that we are, and how now we find ourselves with the arrangement of a 5-year social contract. And this social contract, you have to defend it, else it's going to be snatched from you. You know, as you said again, as Sifuna shouldn't take Ruto lightly, so the same of Ruto. He shouldn't just assume that he has this thing because he has instruments of power. He's the man with the system right now.
Yeah, he
said.
Should take care of the way his boss he did him to him.
Actually, if talking about having the instruments of power as an advantage, should hold any water, we should look at Uhuru's case. Before he headed out, they had the system.
And he was DP.
And while Ruto was the DP. And yet Ruto still managed to snatch the mic from him. So I feel it's for him to defend his seat because, one, beyond the physical optics, the infrastructure that he's really done, he's done quite a substantial amount towards that end, building, houses. You can see how Nairobi is technically a construction site. Kila mahali unaenda kuna cranes, something being built here and there. But the Gen Z maandamano 2024 left a bad smear on his track record, because that's one thing Sifuna is getting at Ruto with. He says every time these shiny things, the affordable housing, the highways that you're bringing to us, to a generation that you've killed, because that's the perception, that's the narrative. It's that left a very bad taint on his CV, and therefore he has to work now harder than he could have had he handled that situation differently, to portray the image that he's still worthy of the seat. Because as a country, there is a section of citizens who are indeed disgruntled with what has happened in the past few protests that we've seen. Then there are those who maybe weren't affected by the protest, but were impacted by the constructions of affordable housing, and they are saying tano tena, tano fresh, tano tena. And it's interesting because right now, given the political, how the voter patterns in this country, I've always suggested that the voter apathy still remains high. And for that to be the case is to say that the people disbelieve in the system. So just have fun with it, because it's got to a point whether I vote, whether I don't, it's always like my vote won't count, they'll steal my vote, or even whoever I vote in isn't a guarantee that they'll stand for my ideals. Because we've seen a time before, like now, how Ruto and Gachagua walked into the pitch. They came as a beautiful couple, and then 2 years in, and divorce conversations zikaanza. And therefore, what happens to those people who believed in them both as a unit? You see?
Yeah.
And coming into 2027, I'm curious because of all the people that have contended for the top seat, it's only Sifuna that's a newbie in the game. Kindiki, you might say the same of Kindiki because he was just picked from his CS position and he was promoted. Much as Ruto had already fronted, like prior to the elections, I understand there is a section of UDA compatriots who felt it was Kindiki's for the taking, the DP slot, not Gathi's.
Yeah.
But now, that having been said, and Kindiki having been put on that pedestal, has earned him some status. And for him, he's no longer the Kindiki we knew. He's now the Kindiki DP. And much as guys deride him for his soprano, like we get to hear that soprano now more frequently than we used to. And we wonder what would become of him, assuming you say Ruto has to take another DP. I'll tell you this. I've worked in one of those poll stations, and one of the questions we used to ask was, who would you love for the presidency seat, and who would you want for him to have as a running mate, him or her? And then many a times, for those on Ruto's side would say, I'd just rather they maintain it as a unit. But you see, as I told you, in Kenya, things happen overnight and conversation changes. I'd recall the time Kibaki in 2007 picking Kalonzo Musyoka as his vice president on the eve of the announcement of the elections. And that shows that as a country, there's very many possibilities in this small circle, because we could number them all. We have Ruto, the Kindiki, Sifuna, Matiang'i, all these four. We can bundle them up into one room and say, which way would it go? And I can bet you we might not know. Right now, people are saying, there is a guy who opined, I was seeing on Twitter actually, that might Sifuna be a project of the state to go and, amass that that emotive movement in the crowds, and then eventually just pull down, you see, and say
really?
maybe
that will be very uncalled
It's interesting. And I'm telling you, in Kenya, anything is possible. We've seen anything in the political space done for the optics, the theatrics. Like right now, people are saying in the Linda Mwananchi, since the movement of Pauline from Jubilee to Linda Mwananchi, they were saying maybe it's Uhuru trying to have his tentacles into the Linda Mwananchi movement, which again beats the logic of us prepping up Sifuna with the idea that he is the Gen Z, the new guy. He is the guy with the reformative politics. Yesterday he hinted at something that I found very interesting. He said he had been approached by a section of cartels to enticing him with a parcel of land, I guess somewhere in Tomboya Street. Afanye mambo magic apa ajitetee hiyo shamba. And Sifuna says, I not only declined, I went also to Bunge, to the Senate, to put up measures to ensure that those guys don't ever actually get to do that. It's been, I don't know, I've never even heard of that in the political scene. Kila time these guys come, they just take their stuff. I think you've covered an article of land grabbers here in the CBD, and you realize that most of these are always backed by political muscle.
True.
For Sifuna to have done that and to have pulled that is in and of itself a miracle, and is an ideal we should embody as a country, and we should prep up people like Sifuna then to be that. But now, if he's working with people who have had cases as well, it raises again question marks. My opinion would be that if Sifuna came in, because he's managed to shake up the Linda Mwananchi movement, although I think it was Caleb Amisi's idea, Saboti MP, to have had the faction from ODM, Linda Mwananchi, and Sifuna now walked into it and gave it some fresh blood. Now we know Sifuna
part
more
of the
than
founders.
I feel like he should now work with the new kids also in the block. Kenyans right now are tired, particularly us, the youth.
With the old
we
faces,
are tired with the old faces. Because I'll tell you for free, Mike, apart from Matiang'i, who was just brought in from, his diplomatic duties into the political arena, almost all these other guys have been in the space since Moi time. Some of them have been CSS. Ruto was in the YK movement. Musalia was once a deputy president. And, to see these faces being shuffled up every time and to convince us that they will change the narrative in the political space, it's at this point, I'm losing hope in that. I like what I see now with the Sifuna, and I really would have loved for more of new guys to turn up who embody the spirit and traits that Sifuna boldly holds against the incumbent.
Yeah, these are interesting scenes we are seeing in the political scene. I want to remind you that this is the Breakfast Jam on Icon Radio, and it's Wellness Wednesdays. I'm your host, Mike Osumo, and I'm here with Ronny Choge. We are discussing the political discourse that has been happening throughout the week, and there are very interesting topics. Now, Ronny, I want to take you to Uganda.
Take me to
I want to take you
Uganda.
to Museveni.
Mhm.
Museveni has a world, not world, it's a international cleaning day, or national rather. It's a national cleaning day for Uganda. If you're in Uganda and it's on that day, whatever you're doing, you have to stop and go and clean the streets. There was a video making rounds on social media. There was a Kenyan who refused to sweep the streets. He was saying that he's a Kenyan, he cannot sweep in Uganda. He came to Uganda to work and not to sweep. And he was being really forced by the people on Uganda. There were officers and also the men there. They were handing him brooms, were shaken off a gear. And he really stood his ground and refused to sweep. Uganda is really funny. What do you think about Uganda and Museveni's government?
First, Mike, when you go to Masailand,
Yeah.
you find the arrows and morans
Yeah.
jumping. You
True.
also jump. When you go to Rome, do as the Romans do. If
Mhm.
they say jump, you jump. If they say sit, you sit. How do
Hey.
you go to another country, an authoritarian governed country,
Imagine.
and decide to
Dictatorial.
be the one who dictates? Actually, wa Kenya. Because that's very typical Kenyan behavior.
It's in the blood,
But,
being rebellious.
I think, okay, beyond that, as a continent,
Yeah.
if we are talking progressive politics,
Yeah.
it should be such that the life of a Ugandan in Uganda and that in Kenya shouldn't be, the border shouldn't be a factor. This is our continent. Assuming we were in the US, because the US is a huge continent that is just one country, North America, that is. If that was the case, we would embody that same spirit. Cleanliness in Uganda, cleanliness in Kenya. We are talking one conversion in terms of sustainability. Green, moving green, climate change. And it's okay, I don't want staki kusema Mkenya alitu let down, but I feel you should have just done that as well, because if you were in Kenya, personally, I'd love for times when here in Kenya we pull up Saturdays where we say we are cleaning up our streets.
Cleaning day.
Yeah, cleaning
National
day.
cleaning
Ruto
day.
talks of Nairobi being the face of Kenya. But now you come into Nairobi and it is the face of the other parts of Kenya, where we find trash here and there. This is the CBD. It should be clean. So we should also have days like those. So huyu mjamaa aseme tungekuwa Kenya na tunaambiwa tufagie kwetu, angekata. Anafaa kubali. It's a collective responsibility to ensure that our environments are clean. And this is particularly not big environment where it will affect directly when we clean it. It transcends generations upon generations. Yeah.
So we've come to the end of the show. This was Wellness Wednesdays. I was your host today, Mike Osumo, and I was with Ronny Choge.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Ronny, thanks for showing up today. It was a lovely show.
Thank
And make sure you follow us on Icon Radio on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube. We go live on YouTube at the Breakfast Jam. I'll see you guys and have a lovely week. It's a wrap.
Happy birthday to the dancing queen, living every moment like she on TV. I love the way you keep it fresh and clean. Beauty by design, you know I'm on your team. And now I'm all about your business, Napanga logistics. Baby girl, we know my weakness. And you've been riding with me since I was kicking in the trenches. Tell me, can I get a witness? And I go fit to buy anything I desire. And I go pray to God. I go represent a fit to buy. And I go fit to buy anything I desire. And I go pray to God. I go represent a fit to buy.
When you smile, there's an energy around you. When you